So let's talk a bit more about that with Ms. Smita Gupta, the senior journalist joining us on the show. Smita, hi, good to be speaking with you. The market is clearly factoring in that, BJP-led NDA is coming back to power. But in your own estimate, what could be that magic number that they'll come back with for BJP as well as NDA? Any guesstimates?
It's difficult to guess, but from the reports that have been coming in from different parts of the country, as well as my own travels in Uttar Pradesh, I would say that even if the BJP gets its majority, it is not going to be at the numbers it was last time. Because there is a great deal of anger in many parts of the country because of unemployment, because of inflation, and also because in different sections, fear that the constitution may be changed and reservation may end. So that in the 2014 and 2019 elections, there was the sense that even if there was a BJP candidate whom people didn't like or were unhappy with, Mr. Modi would be able to fix that. This time, I think that the Modi sheen has begun to wear off. I'm not suggesting that the BJP will not be the single largest party, but I am saying that sheen has begun to wear off. Where the numbers stop is hard to predict.
Do you think NDA will struggle to come back, or they will come back and they will come back with a very absolute majority and a clear mandate?
It's hard to tell, you see, because when you start losing seats, it is difficult to say at which stage it will slip. Because as you see, even this morning, some of the reports that are coming in even today are suggesting that, there is a great deal of pent-up anger at the lowest level. And even in my own travels in UP, for the first time, I actually heard some people criticizing Mr. Modi, something which I did not hear in 2019, something that I didn't hear in 2014. So that gives you a sort of sense that, something is changing. Now, how much it is going to change? Because the change will take place not because the opposition is strong. If the change takes place, it will be because people are upset with their lives. The fact that, no matter what the BJP spokespersons are saying, the fact is unemployment is top of the mind issue, both for parents as well as for the children. Go into the rural areas and you see, that is what is happening everywhere. Unemployment, inflation, corruption. Because, when people talk about the free rations, people are not getting the free rations. They're not getting 5 kgs. They're, in most villages in UP, at least where I traveled, people are not getting more than 3 kgs. And also, what people know that rations is something that may be stopped at any moment. What they want are jobs. People are also sane enough to know that they cannot get jobs in the government sector. There are a limited number of jobs in the government sector. They want, jobs in the private sector. But that also is not being created, near the places where these people live. They have to travel across the country to Bombay, to Surat, to Bangalore, to distant destinations. That is something that is taking its toll on people. The farmers are unhappy because they haven't, the government has not given them any assurance on a minimum support price for a range of crops. So there is a great growing anger. If the opposition had been strong, the BJP would have been routed. It is only because because the opposition doesn't still look terribly strong that, it is difficult to predict which way,
Yeah,
Other thing is, while the verdict seems a little bit obvious, at least as of now, but you really think, the Rahul Akhilesh camaraderie can spin any magic, if at all, and could be a threat?
See, it's not, as I said, if the opposition had been strong, it would have been easier to say. But the fact is that the issues that Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi have taken up are resonating on the ground, because these are the issues that they have taken up: unemployment. They have taken up the issue of high prices. They have taken up the issue of the constitution being in danger among Dalits across the state. Not in answer to a question that I posed, but to a question that's a simple, broad-based question. What is your top problem? Dalits across the state were talking about how the constitution was in danger, and that is why it was necessary to hold back the BJP. They are convinced that if the BJP comes to power, the constitution will be changed and reservation will go. Even you take the Agniveer scheme, the so-called martial caste like the Jats and the Rajputs are really upset with it, because for years, for decades, their sons have been going into the army. Now there is this Agniveer scheme, which is only for 4 years, no pension at the end of it. People across, you go into the villages, people are scared. People are talking about Agniveer and saying that, now it's one avenue of employment that is blocked to us, because for 4 years, this is not much use. What is going to happen? You're going to, at the end of 4 years, only 25% will be absorbed. What's going to happen to the remaining 75%? You'll have these youth trained in the use of arms and no jobs. You're just going to create a lot of anti-socials. That is what people are saying in the villages. So there is anger. Now, how much of that is going to get translated into a vote against the BJP, as I said, is hard to predict. But if you see even people like Sanjay Kumar of the CSDS, he has also been talking about how things have been changing through the elections. You see the reports that are coming in. So I'm not suggesting, as I said earlier, that the BJP will not be the single largest party, that it will probably, in all likelihood, they will form the government again. But they are certainly losing seats from last time.
On that note, we let you go. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with us today. So that's about the political mandate, which is expected now on 4th June.